was the first radio I had, and I really liked it. And now they got the 991A out, and I'll tell you what, that thing's a shack in the box. I mean, well, it does a little everything. For the price, you can't beat it. And just the other day, I was looking on one of the ham radio sites there, one of the stores, and they were selling for 1,100.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, it's a great deal and pretty flexible machine. I've got it connected to this Ham Radio Deluxe software, and so it gives me, full waterfall on my screen and a spectroscope, or spectrum, and gives me control of my rig and also the auto logging for the logbook. So pretty nice setup, and it looks like it would make contacting a little bit easier.
Well, I'll tell you, Jonathan, you did not go wrong with that radio. That's a great radio, and you wait and see if you don't have a good time with everything it does. I mean, wow, you do a lot with that. Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with what all it does, but it does quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm just scratching the surface right now. I'm just playing around with the voice side and playing around with the HF band. But I know it does UHF, VHF. It does the digital modes and a lot of that stuff. And I haven't even tried FT8 yet. But everybody was telling me how much fun FT8 is once you get into it.
KD8, that big C5D. Yeah, on my first radio, that 991 I had, I got into that other stuff here, different digital modes, and I got out of radio. That we're talking like 15 years ago, something like that. And I've only been back into it here maybe a year and a half, 2 years. Just got back in, and I should have kept my old stuff, but I sold everything, and and then wandered back in, had to go out and spend money to buy all the stuff back. So, yeah, but I'm running all the radios, Yaesu, FTDX10, and I'll tell you what, it's just an HF radio. And look how much more you got on the 991A there. So, like I said, I'm leaning towards that 991A. I'm wanting to get back into 2-meter sideband, and I think instead of just buying something that just does a 2-meter sideband, just get the 991A, and I can just call it done and be happy with everything.
Yeah, I recommend that. 2-meter sideband's pretty easy on these. And you get a whole lot more for the machine, that's for sure.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, my dad, back when I was a kid, he got into old CB back in the day, back when it was popular, back when it came out, everybody was on that CB craze, and I'll tell you what, if he could talk 50 miles, he wouldn't stop talking. He would just like, it was unbelievable that he made 50 miles, and he's not around here anymore. I lost him about 7 or 8 years ago, and he was curious about him, but never really got into it. But I tell you what, he'd be shocked with all the things you can do with ham radio and the distance we talk with just 100 watts.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, it sounds like he was into the CBs back in the Smoking the Bandit days.
Yeah, well, the man was something else. He had a couple set of beams, and he started off with PDL2s, and that's just like a 2-element whatever, and he ended up going up to Moonraker 6s, and that's just it was just a monster antenna. I mean, it took up like half the house, and oh man, I just don't know. He went head over heels into it, but that was a hell of an antenna. But yeah, that was back in the day, though. But like I said, he'd really be shocked with the ham radio. I wish he'd have gotten into it.
Yeah, somebody's keying over the top of us here, it sounds like.
Well, that's not good. That's terrible. Yeah. Well, I get back here. I got the old amp warming up. I got to let it warm up a little bit. But are you getting an amp, or do you already have one?
Yeah, picked up a Yaesu FL2100B at the show, and then I got an MFJ 3KW manual tuner. And so I'll be working on those here pretty soon, as soon as I get my setup done. By the way, what is your name and call sign again?
Oh, the name here is Randy, and the call sign's KD8WXC, Kilo Delta 8 Whiskey X-Ray Charlie. I'm here in Ohio. I'm only like 40-minute drive from the Hamvention they had there. I'm up here just 10 miles west of Troy, Ohio, if you know where that is.
Yeah, roger that. Not familiar with the exact location, but I've been up there near before.
Oh, yeah, that's where we're at, yeah. A little town called Ludlow Falls. Population of about 400. We don't have we don't have nothing here but a post office and a volunteer fire department, and we don't have a stoplight. I think we got one stop sign.
Roger that, roger that. Make sure you keep the bullet holes out of it.
Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm born and raised in the city, and I've been a city boy my whole life up until about 20 years ago, and I wish I'd have moved to the country a long time ago. I enjoy it up here.
Yeah, roger that. I was born and raised there in Bloomington, which is kind of a small college town, but we grew up on the outskirts of town, and everybody had 5-10 acres, and we bordered up against a lot of forest and farmland, and so we kind of grew up out in the country, and it's nice to grow up out in the country, I'll tell you that.
Well, I hear you. My dad, he was from Kentucky, and his whole family were down there in Kentucky. We used to go down there 5 or 6 times every year, and he used to go down there and do the slaughtering for his mom, and they had a smokehouse. He would help her hang the meat and all that, and it's just a different world back in the day. I remember when I was probably 4 years old, 3 or 4, the mail being delivered there on horse. The road's just an old dirt road, and it was way back in the hills and movies there, and the horse, I think, about the only thing get there.
Roger that, yeah. I live just across the river here. I work over in Louisville, Kentucky. But anyways, well, guys, I hate to run, especially when we're having such a great conversation, but I'm going to sign off here. I've got to take the boys over to the Louisville Slugger Stadium. We're going to a ball game tonight. And so I'm going to have to run. But great talking with you, and great to meet you, Randy. And Dad, maybe you can call me later tonight. But I'm going to get off here for now. So 73s.
Roger there, Jonathan. Hey, I tell you what, it's a pleasure talking to you. We'll catch you back in there later, and have a good rest of the day. KD8WXC back on the side.
I'll see you, Jonathan. You have a good evening, and catch you later. See if you know who they are.
All right, catch you later, Dad. KD9ZSS, signing off.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, that amp you bought there, what is that, a legal limit, or I'm not familiar with that amp?
Which amplifier? Mine or his?
Oh, his.
Oh, yeah. We bought that's the same amp I was running. You know, that's about 550. It'll put out, that's the Yaesu 2100. It'll put out about 550. It's like an SP200, you know. 550 dB.
Oh, roger that. Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I remember seeing pictures and some different literature on it. Okay, yeah, I kind of forgot about it there.
Well, they work so good, and people seem to have good luck with them. You know, more or less trouble-free. And I saw probably 8 of them for sale there at the Hamvention. I mean, I wanted to buy every one of them because it's fun. I've got another, you know, Jonathan's one son, the other son, he's going to be gone to to the Middle East for about a year. But when he gets back, we'll get him one of them so he can get on the air. But yeah, that 500 watts makes a big difference.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm the same way. I've heard a lot of people out there with running legal limit, and there's not a big difference between that 500 and 600 watts compared to legal limit. There's some difference there, but I've found out that I can get a lot done with that 500 or 600 watts, and I'm not saying there ain't times you might need a little kick to to get something done, but for the most part, that 5 or 6 will do you just fine.
Yeah, well, Johnson was talking earlier about how much current that draws for his 220 circuit. And I said, well, you need to build a 220 circuit, not for this amplifier, but for the next amplifier.
Yeah, Roger, I hear you. Yeah, I didn't make it down to the Hamvention. I really wasn't looking for nothing. I'm kind of wanting to get that 2-meter sideband there later on, but I'm wanting to get it new. I would have still safer if I went new and had a little warranty and all that there. But I'll tell you what, if I would have went down there, I know I'd have brought some goodies back. So it's probably best I didn't.
Yeah, I thought all several different things down there, but I bought I had a 735, an Icon 735 for 30 some years, and I still got in and had it repaired. And I run across a guy had a box down there with a real clean looking one. I haven't tried it fired up yet, but it's a real clean looking 735, and it had the fully automatic tuner with it, the 18150 Icon tuner, and I have a power supply for the other. That's pretty nice station for legacy stuff,
Oh, I hear you. Well, see, that's a good thing for a guy like you. You get in there and tinker and build things and are good with that stuff. So, yeah, that's a nice place for a guy like you that can find all kind of stuff he could use or make.
Yeah, well, that one that was in a box, just thrown in the box, and it had the mic, the desk mic with it too. But that's $300. The guy said, I'll take $300 for it. So, I like to have backup radios, and I figured the boys will have backup radios. And I got a friend now who's his radio's dead, so I loan them out. And it's kind of nice to have around that guy.
No, I hear you. Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Yeah, I've been trying to. I got 2 boys of my own, and I preach a little ham radio to them every now and then, but I can't get nowhere with them. They won't listen.
Yeah, this here, I got to order one of these Molex connectors, them white plastic Molex connectors for the power on the back of that Icon 735 to get it powered up.
Yep, roger that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay, Brian. Well, like I said, I heard you in there. Just wanted to jump in there and say howdy and see if conditions was any better there. And it was nice talking to Jonathan. I haven't talked to him before. I may have heard him out there. I'm not really sure, but anyway, it's all good, and I'm glad he's all hooked up, and that way we can catch him out here some more. But I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta make a phone call and get a few little things done here within the next half hour. But nice talking to you. I'm gonna get out here and leave everybody alone. KD8WXC, be clear on your final.
Okay, Randy. Well, very good. I'm glad you jumped in here. I was listening to some other guys talk that had moved up here, and that's who I was talking with earlier on that we checked in with, but none of the regular in-ups was in here. I think Johnson might have talked to some of them yesterday. But anyway, glad to hear the gang here, and so I'll try to be on tomorrow. I will catch later, Randy, and hope everything in Ludlow Falls is doing great. KD8WXC, KD9AR, clear.
K9KXK.
K9KXK. K9AR. Go ahead.
K9AR. What's going on, Brian? It's Gary over here in Gillespie, Illinois.
Well, no, not a whole lot. I don't know if this all that stuff we've been talking about. And of course, John was on here and Randy was in here. And we just been talking about toys from the handset.
Actually, I just turned the radio on about 2 minutes ago, so yeah, how was it up there?
Well, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. And it was really real treat for me. I've got 3 sons, and they all went with me up there. And we stayed in one room up there for a couple of nights. And got rained on the first day. It was a wet and rat. And got the cart through the mud. So man, it finally got a little nicer. But they treated me really well. We bought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, hey, I was asking somebody on here the other night, they heard anything new came out, like from the Kenwood people or Yaesu or anything new was introduced, because a lot of times if they introduce something new. I just wonder if Kenwood came out with anything new.
You know what's funny? Sometimes the chaos of all that is really confusing what's really going on. And the whole story of ffmpeg going down. Did you see where the guy, I talked to the guy who bought Alpha, and I didn't really realize who I was talking to at first. He said there was a bunch of those older Alphas, a bunch of radios, and I guess I was busy looking around at all the toys, and I talked to him, and told him I had an Alpha 76, and he said, he was kind of negative about it. And I thought, well, he don't like Alpha. So he's the guy that bought Alpha, and he's pushing the new stuff. And but he also bought ffmpeg, and I saw a commercial or a video on the web after I come home, and they're introducing a brand new ffmpeg radio in a few months.
Yeah, I seen that radio in was it Houston or somewhere? That guy was showing that, but well, I don't know. I looked at it. He was talking about it. He had it out there, and it's the same radio, and that was about a month or so ago. And I don't know if that thing will go for the price compared to the jack radio. But yeah, and I also seen in my new AX engineering catalog, there's a company. They've got some high-dollar amps, and boy, they look just like some of the older Alphas, not, the 78s, but the newer Alphas. That's called an OE something, and I was thinking, man, that's Alpha. So I'm wondering if that's the amp that the guy bought out the amp that he's making there. And it's in the brand new, I just got it here a week or so, the newest DX engineering catalog. And they were $6,000, $8,000 these amps. And they sure look like Alpha to me.
It might be. Yeah, I don't know why guys would change the name on it, but I know some of these guys, they don't really have a problem with warranty claims for the old stuff. I guess they might have people calling and trying, but like, coming out with, so if you change your name like that, you dump all the old stuff. But I think there's got to be a pretty good a business advantage on radios and amplifiers. Looks like that guy talking to me. You know what he should have said? Well, you ought to bring that up to the shop sometime. We'll go through it.
Yeah, I think, they're salesmen. All they want to do is sell new stuff. They have to, like car dealerships, but they'll repair it if they